Hi guys, Miss Penamenu here. I just want to give you guys some tips on how to create your own virtual classroom. I saw a couple people do this online and it was something that really caught my eye, and I hope this video helps you. So the first thing I did is I went to Google Slides. This is what I found on YouTube to be the most helpful. When you go to Google Slide, it's just one slide you need. You click on background and you can choose an image of your preferred background. You can find one online, or you can even do a Google image search directly from Google Slides. So I went ahead and picked this one only because I noticed that a lot of teachers were using the same like black and white brick with the wood floor. And I like that feel, but in our classrooms we don't really have, I didn't have brick. So I wanted to have something a little bit more realistic, something that looked more like my home. So the only problem with this image is that it has this little drawer thing right here in this plant. The plant is nice, but this doesn't really go with my aesthetic or the look I'm trying to go for in my classroom. So what I did is I knew right away that I was going to put a desk here, and that I was going to put some type of shelves and some type of shelf, and then like a whiteboard of some sort. So I know it's really busy. I might take some stuff out. I might even add stuff. I really don't know, but I wanted, since this new year with these students, they don't really know me, so I have to try to kind of fit everything on one wall or one virtual classroom. So this desk right here is something I added, and I covered that little drawer. The plant is in an awkward position, but I think it's okay. And I'm going to show you how to use Canva, how to use Google, and how to use Microsoft Word to help you make an image that has a white background into a transparent background. So here's the easiest tool that you can use when you're inserting a picture. So you can click insert and you can click the image, and it has to have a transparent background. Or if you're using a white background, like a white wall, then it wouldn't be a big deal if it had a white background, if the image did. So you can search the web directly through Google Slide. So that's a convenient thing. So you can write desk and you can write transparent or transparent background. And when you do that, you'll find all of these desks. You want to make sure to find one in the position that you want it in. So I wanted mine facing, I wanted it in the position where you couldn't see the drawers. So if I added, for instance, this one onto my slide, it would be very hard to try and like rotate this or flip it. I don't even know how you would do that. So this one just wouldn't work for me. Now, it was hard for me to find images that I actually liked through Google. So what I did is I went to Canva, and I've used Canva for a lot of things, but I don't have Pro. And they have this promotion where you can sign up for Canva Pro for 30 days. I would suggest that you do that because that's the only way you'll get the feature that I'm about to show you. So this is the desk I ended up using right here, and I ended up adding this water bottle to cover this frame. And since it's so small, it's okay if it doesn't cover the frame all the way. It works. So all I did was go here and I clicked on elements and I searched for desk, and I searched through all of these. And do you see how most of these you have to have Pro? But I have it for free for 30 days, so I had access to all of these. So I just picked a desk, which was this one. I think it was all the way down here. I don't even remember where it was exactly. So I used this desk, and you have to make sure it doesn't have a background on it. So here, when you download it, I just downloaded it as a PNG, and here I clicked transparent background. And I would just select the page that I wanted, which is this desk, which is on page 3. And I would download this. Drag it to my desktop. I would just keep both because I forgot to rename it before I saved it. So here I would just rename this as desk and water bottle. Then I can go to my virtual classroom and insert the image directly from the computer. And when I did that, there it is. I can shrink it and manipulate it to the size I want it to be, and drag it on over to cover this right here, which is what I did. So that's how I use Canva instead of adding directly from Google. So sometimes what happens is I wanted my Cal State Long Beach, shout out to Cal State Long Beach. I'm starting my master's in the fall, And so I wanted to have a flag for all my colleges, but it was really hard. I couldn't find one in Canva, and then the ones in Google weren't working out for me. So what I did is I just Googled Cal's CSU Long Beach. I think it was like pendant is what they call this. Pennant? Yeah, pennant. Okay, not pendant. So I had to go directly to the shop and pick the flag that I wanted to use. I think I ended up going with this one. And what I did is I saved the image as what it was. I went to Microsoft Word. And on Microsoft Word, I'm going to do it new so you can see how it all works. So I just dragged it. And when I dragged it, I want to double click it and remove the background. So unfortunately, when you remove the background, it doesn't do it accurately, so you have to kind of help it. So mark areas to keep. So I want to keep these little flags. Now, I will admit that this image is a little blurry, but I think it'll still work out. And I just save changes or keep changes. And then I saved this as a picture on my desktop, and now I'll name it what I want it to be, CSULB flag. And I'm going to put number 3 because I've saved a few of these already. All right, now I'm going to go to my virtual classroom. That's the PDF version, sorry. I'm going to insert the image from my computer, and I just selected it. And most of the time I advise you to crop, because you don't want to click on the whiteboard when you're just trying to access this little flag. Oops. So, oops. Gets a little tricky. So it seems really blurry, but once you make it really small, it's not a big deal. You can rotate it and just drag it where you want it. Now for the clock, the math clock, that's the same thing I did. I downloaded the image and I just put it on Microsoft Word and used it. This math logo I just found on Google. This table I got on Canva. The computer I got on Google. This font is from Canva. This chalkboard is from Canva. And like my Taylor Swift albums, they're all from Google, and luckily they just didn't have a background and I was able to fit them in there. These little caps are from Canva. This bookshelf is from Google. So just use all 3 programs and it should be smooth and easy. Good luck making your virtual classroom.